Whoa, got to run red. Duh. Back again with another late night reasoning. How are you guys? Hope your Sunday was well, with your good Sunday dinner and your good drink, and everything starting a new week with prosperity, with ambition, with working for your money, but not hard, smart, and working up towards our goal and working towards everything else that you want to do that you haven't done last year and the year before. Now let's get into this one. A popular influencer goes by Karen. Audition for Bodies. Bodies where Cheese was killing herself to go. Bodies that Ivani wanted to go. And every other one and two black women want to go on some of these shows that portray them as ratchet, portray them as in barbaric, portray them as in petty, portray them as in low down and dirty, and portray most of these women as alcoholic, that out of control and can't control themselves. Most of these shows, they turn black women into a beast. Anyhow, let's get into this, okay? And let's get into this one. Please and thanks.
Y'all, man. Y'all black asses can kiss my little pretty light-skinned mixed ass.
So in the past, you hear that? In the past, people dragged her, said she doesn't like black men. She's mixed, as you can hear. That was she has something to say about black men. They claim she didn't really like black women either. They claim that she had a lot of stuff to say about the black race, but yet still she wanted to go on Bodies. Yet still she wanted to go and fight and carry on with the other black girls. Yet still she wanted to be on a show that they claim has black producer, etc. Now people, it's neither here nor there. Well, let's get into this one that she basically found dead after auditioning for Bodies. The same Bodies, like I said, not too long, like a broken record, that Ivani wanted to go on, Cheese wanted to go on, and a few other people who wanted to go on that show. Okay?
Karen Dunlap, a popular social media influencer, left home last fall on a trip to Ohio, but she never returned home. Investigators found her body in Cleveland a week and a half ago, but they have no clues on what happened to her.
It's horrible. I feel like somebody kicked a hole through my soul, and the biggest part of my heart is gone.
This is the story of Raina Dunlap, a bold and controversial social media.
Okay. So she basically, like I said, in the past, this is what they say that she had to say about some black men, okay?
Honestly, I'm pressure. Any girls who don't like me are not pressure. And if you can't bag me, it's because I have better pressure. Black men. Black men. Oh, wait, let me specify even more. Brown skin and dark skin men, because y'all pull a little bad light skin who y'all gonna make real pretty kids with, and then you treat her like shit. Are you serious? You could have had a little dirty, dark ass bitch for all that. Do all that. Like, have her. Like, let that be your thing. I'm so sick of black niggas pulling Knicks bitches and treating them like they didn't win the lottery. Like, bitch, are you serious? Are you serious? I could have been a white guy right now, but I'm with your black ass, your little struggling black ass, your little disenfranchised black ass, your little where's my stimulus check black ass, motherfucking chicken eating, motherfucking watermelon sucking, Kool-Aid drinking black ass. My barber is my king black ass. I didn't pay my child support black ass. I hope I don't get evicted on the 5th of the month black ass. I'm sick of that.
So those are the things that she had to say
Cancel me for real.
about the
I
black
can't
men them,
stand
okay?
black men.
She can't stand black men, she doesn't like them, yada yada
As the
yada.
new queen.
Okay?
She was a vibrant and ambitious 30-year-old woman from College Park, Maryland. Born to Karen Jones, Raina grew up in a tight-knit family alongside her sister, Kira. She thrived on attention, embracing both the positive and negative aspects of public scrutiny. Her generous to
Okay.
January
Really even function that well knowing that I don't know how my own big sister died.
Her family says they don't know why she was in Cleveland. They wonder if she may have gone to audition for Baddies Midwest, a reality show she was a fan of, but they don't know. The last time they spoke was in November.
With Raina, she was always in and out, so it wasn't like we talked to her all the time. We just always expected she was going to be okay.
But she was still active on social media up until the new year and went silent on New Year's Day. So her family went to Cleveland in hopes of finding out more. But they didn't get any new information and are still waiting on a toxicology report from her autopsy to give them answers on what happened.
We know that she was shopping there. We went to some of the places that she shopped. We put up flyers. We talked to a few people who, at least two, that said that they did recognize her and they did see her in the area, that she looked perfectly fine, but just no answers as to what took her to Cleveland.
And as days go by, they're encouraging anyone with any bit of information to come forward.
If anyone saw her, if anyone talked to her while she was there, but also very important with her time here from late October, early November, until she was actually verified in Cleveland. If anybody saw her in College Park area.
If you have any information, you can call into the tip line. There's also a GoFundMe to help raise money for the family for funeral costs and to hire a private investigator.
Questions and answers surrounding the death of a social media influencer. Her body found in an abandoned home in Cleveland. The victim's family wondering why the 30-year-old from Baltimore was in Cleveland and what caused her death.
She loved being around people. She loved being the center of attention. She just wanted to be a positive or negative force in people's lives.
Influencer Raina Dunlap had tens of thousands of social media followers and knew how to get attention.
She also was very controversial, and I know a lot of people say she said negative things.
Raina was chasing her lifelong dream of being famous, hoping to one day land a gig on the reality show Baddies Midwest.
Oh my.
But her dreams tragically ended when she was found dead inside of an abandoned home on Francis Avenue in Cleveland. Her family puzzled, wondering why she was in Cleveland in the first place. Her mother, Karen Jones.
Why was she in Cleveland? We don't have any connection to Cleveland at all. And we didn't know why. We didn't even know she was out of the state of Maryland.
Her family traveled here saying the petite 30-year-old's hair and nails were done when her body was found. But she was dressed in large, uncharacteristic clothing, and detectives told the family there was no obvious signs of trauma.
They suspected that it was an overdose. I said, my daughter's never used hard drugs. I'm going to talk to anybody. I will stake my life that the toxicology.
At times when something happened in the, cause she's mixed, and although she's mixed and she says she don't like black this and black that and blah blah blah, when it figured out to everybody else, she's black now. And a lot of times things in these kind of black cases, either they commit suicide, or they're drug overdose, and the case just closed, blam. Oh my. Let's continue.
Identification.
Home.
Posted that she was being sex trafficked.
Raina's mother and sister say they have now provided Cleveland detectives with tips they have received from the public after they posted on TikTok. They also say there is information on a Snapchat video where Raina appeared to be beaten, and she said she was drugged. Her exact cause of death has not been determined.
Law enforcement officials initially suspected an overdose, but Raina's mother, Karen Jones, refuted these claims. My daughter has never used hard drugs, she told reporters.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
I'm just looking for anybody
This is her
that
sister.
has been in contact with her or that has heard from her in the past month. It's very, very important. Because something bad has happened to her, and we're trying to figure out what happened. If anybody knows anything, please message me and let me know. I'm really counting on you guys. I know that this app is gonna get deleted tomorrow, but please, if anybody has any information, can let me know, please. I would really appreciate it. Please just message me on here so we can find out. Thank you.
Something bad has happened to her, and
Right.
we're trying to figure out what happened.
So, popular influencer. Let's run by the story. Popular influencer, right? Watch bodies so much. Curse out the black race so much, although she's mixed. A lot of times, some of these mixed children are not taught about both sides of their race. They stem, allegedly, to focus on one side, the wider side, many times. Most of the times they claim allegedly. She was looking for attention, whether it's negative or positive. We didn't hear if she was in school. We didn't hear that she had a job. Her job was being an influencer, millions of followers. The family's looking to do a GoFundMe. They're doing a GoFundMe to help with her funeral. She left and went to Ohio, and she ended up dead. And the police claim that seems like it was an overdose. The mother and family out here crying, looking for answers, pleading with the public. The funniest thing, she had so much followers, but not too many answers of her whereabouts, what happened to her, yada, yada, yada. The mother also stated that they haven't spoken to her from November. So obviously they were close, but not that close to have a conversation every day. Hi, ma. Hi, daughter. How are you? Where are you? Where are you going? So many black women, so many people nowadays days are dying, especially women, senselessly, carelessly, and all of that sort. It's an eye-opener. At times when they go missing, especially when they're younger, you hear that they're runaways. Sometimes they could end up in sex trafficking, all kind of danger. We heard about that other black girl that met a guy on an app, dating app. I'm going to come with that story in the week sometime, because right now I believe there's a trial. And I spoke about it in the past. So I am going to come and speak and give an update on that conversation, or that situation rather. She dated this guy for 1 minute, for a second now, and she ended up dead, dismembered. So a lot of times you're meeting these people, you're a pretty girl, you're nice, you're this, big bum, big breast, da 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 da, the whole chaotic scene that the black woman come with now with their beauty. At the end of the day, some of these people out here are predators. They're dangerous. Things that we used to take for granted back then when we were younger, when we used to go partying and of that sort, all of that shenanigans. It's a different world and a different ball game we're dealing with right now. The world is over dangerous. Like leaving dangerously, dangerous, like really dangerous now. So I had to come and share that story, that after she wanted to go allegedly to audition for Bodies, that Ivani wanted to get on, and a lot more black women want to get on, she ended up dead. They said her nails was freshly done. Her mother said at one point she was either on an app or on a video, and it seems and it showed that she was battered and beaten, and seems like she was out of it. So imagine, here you are speaking to the whole world, and you take off to go and say, hey, I want to go on audition, I want to go somewhere, and your life is cut short in a split second. Be mindful. Be careful, women. It's a dangerous world that we're living in. And we got to be mindful. Remember, a lot of times, there's no really protection out here for us. And at times, there's no answers. Again. So we got to be mindful how we go out here and meet people off the internet. How we go here and meet these guys for the bag, for the money, and audition for some of these things that portray a black woman in a wrong light and a dreadful light. Because most of these shows that they have black women, if they're not fighting, they're cursing out each other, you know, throwing liquor, showing them up as some alcoholic, you know, all of these kind of things that they portray a black woman in a wrong light. Remember back in the days, the only job they used to give us on scenes and set was maybe 10 minutes. By the time you get in the show, you're dead in the first parts. Just started, if you really look. The more faster you die out the shows, the less you get paid. Back in the days, the other roles that they used to give black women was either you're the nanny, you're the maid, or you're the hooker. So be mindful out here. We're free as we claim. We have women rights as we claim, and then we come and shout with our hypocrite self, woman power, when we're the worst against each other. And we're out here doing shenanigans, like taking up the old trick, selling front. The old trick. My body's going to get me the whole world. The old trick and all of these nonsense when there's so much more in life. So it's not pertaining to her why I'm saying all of these things really, but I'm just giving a word of advice whether you want to take it or not. Be mindful nowadays days as a woman. The world is very dangerous, yeah? So we're just going to kiss our teeth and move on from that topic. We're going to get to Rosalee's situation because the content that I dropped yesterday, I never heard Drake's side. We heard a lot of shenanigans, her house dirty, the door want to fix, the place is big enough, she could buy all kind of furniture, she's careless, whatless, dirty, all these kind of insults that you can throw on a black woman who's going through depression, as you can see. A little bit feel less of herself, as you can see. You could sum that up and call that self-esteem. Abuse we saw in the past by the same Drake or Jake. The neglect, as she claim and she utter and she cry about and she murmur about from her mom, from her past. And all of that in one big bubble. So I am going to kiss my teeth and pass a little bit off a rose. And we're going to get to something that we all hear more time fighting about. We want to talk about something for a second, okay? One second. So, okay, let's talk about the NFL for a second. We know that there's football going on, yes. I not too long came in, so I missed half of the game, so there's a rerun somehow. Watch it anyhow. Gonna watch it sometime. We heard about the racism, the discrimination, shut up and dribble, shut up and play, and all of that nonsense that they came in the past with when the Black Lives Matter movement was out here, when the George Floyd situation was out here, when I think Kaepernick did take his knee and he was banned, couldn't play any more football because he said justice for the black folks. We saw Jay-Z, who they dragged down in hot water now, basically had some kind of partnership with the NFL, knowing that they at times allegedly fall under the bias and the racism at times allegedly. So remember, because all of that beating, the beat down from the NFL, it's the funniest thing that there's so many black men playing the NFL, but you don't have so many black men that own the NFL. The football, the league, the this, the that, the that, the that. We're still working under someone. We still have to call someone bosses. Anywho, not straying from the topic, not straying from what I'm trying to hammer home or bring across the board. So remember in the past, because they got all of that beaten from the black community, they came up with this tragedy underneath the carpet nonsense. Everywhere you go in the NFL on the field, you will see something about Black Lives Matter, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's no longer there. Imagine every day we're shouting 400 years. Every day we're out here showing discrimination, racism, but nobody more time racist more than the black community, they claim. Because if somebody call us Negro, call us black, we're in our feelings, but we're out there calling Miss Chin, Indian man, and all of these kind of things that people can call us without we shout racism. We're out here, we call people monkey, gorilla, all kind of story. But if somebody should look at us in a different race and call us monkey and gorilla, we're crying racism. So I just sometimes have to kiss my teeth and pass and said, oh my. So let's get to this NFL bullshit rather. Okay? So listen for yourself now. Okay?
In each of the past 4 Super Bowls, the phrase "end racism" has been spray painted in at least one end zone as part of the NFL's ongoing social justice campaign. But at this year's Super Bowl, that message will not be seen anywhere on the field. News Nation's Ryan Bass is with us on why the NFL is making this change now.
Listen.
Good morning, Hannah. Yeah, look, the league says swapping.
I don't need to interject. Why do we always looking for band-aids for our own problem and solution? We're the one who are black. We're the one who have the problem. We're the one who more time racism come down on us, where it's preconceived bias, whether it's all kind of scenarios now. So we expect the NFL for years that never really give a shit, allegedly, gonna patch something about racism and put it on their field for a couple of months and think that logo or notion or that word is gonna stay there for who? When you have the bigger guys must be saying, yo, pack it up. Pack it right up now and move along now. What are they shouting about? What are they crying about? Pack it up. Really, black folks? Oh my. Anyhow.
And racism for the words "choose love" in the end zone is to reflect some of the tragedies we've seen across the country, whether it be the wildfires in LA or the plane crashes in DC and Philadelphia, or the terrorist attack that happened at the site of the Super Bowl, the city of New Orleans, just after New Year's. And this is all coming as a lot of companies are backing off DEI policies following the lead of the Trump White House. But the NFL and its commissioner, Roger Goodell, says despite swapping out the stencils in the end zone, they are not backing off some of their social justice issues, which became a priority for the league following the death of George Floyd in 2020.
Remember,
in at least one end zone as part of the NFL's ongoing social...
1 second.
New Orleans.
Remember back in the past, we all know what the football and hockey and those things stem from. We know a lot of times our black children get into those kind of sports. Sometimes we could afford those kind of sports. Sometimes they get into those things because they have good grades. Sometimes they get some kind of sponsorship. Because a lot of times in the black community, and we have to talk about this, we have all kind of money to do all kind of things, except to spend it on our children rightfully. Yeah? I always know raising my children that either mind is the devil playground. So the more you keep them busy, the more structured you keep them, the more you keep them out of trouble, the more you keep them out of these prison walls. Behind these prison walls. Yeah? So we know for the longest time, football is just here for us to play and dribble, play and run, play and catch the ball, and shut up. So how do we realize and think that ended racism on a field, spray painted on a field, is okay and set well with everybody else? Not everybody else cares. Not everybody give a shit. Or when they see racism, right there in their eyes. Yes? Let's continue. Okay, folks? And I'm not preaching racism or anything of that sort, but more time we got to talk about it. Because when you have something like this on a field, and racism, how many folks like this? How many people like this nonsense? Not a lot of people. I'm just saying nonsense because a lot of them, that's what they're thinking. That's what they're saying. Oh, this nonsense. Pack it up. What are they complaining about? We're all equal. Pull your bootstrap up and find a job. Pull your bootstrap up and go get a career. And a lot of people are struggling in their career to get a job because when you get the job, it's the racism. Like the federal lawsuits over here with the federal workers underneath the government suing because of discrimination. See what I'm saying? When you go to jobs at times, if you're not careful, as you say, you lose your job and you've been there long enough. And then you have to fight them for your severance payout. Hey, racism is still going on. So when they pack up this now, because Donald Trump come talk about no transgender this, no this, that, no this, and all of this that he's packing up, what do you think everybody else is going to do? Pack it up. So what's going to happen, folks? Are we watching and seeing what's going on? It's not all about deportation. When it comes to Donald Trump, everybody's talking about. What are these about, these kind of problem? What about some of these microaggressions that are in the workplace? But because of the policy that was in place, some of these racist people allegedly have to step aside. What about those kind of policy that was in some of these places where Miss Karen and Bob just shut up because he knows what would happen if he utters some nonsense out of his mouth? So aren't we not seeing? We're only talking about immigration. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue for a second, okay? Let's continue.
Made it very clear, diversity and inclusion aren't just a trend for the NFL. He says they're a long-term priority.
I believe that our diversity efforts have led to making the NFL better.
This man, when Colin Kaepernick come out and take the knee, he said, don't give him no job. Go sit down. This man, now later on, he said, what now? Oh, no. Let's continue. I guess everyone can change, I guess. Can someone change if many, many years you have a foundation and you have a empire of biasness and all of these things, allegedly? Let's continue.
Attract better talent. We think we're better when we get different perspectives, people with different backgrounds, whether they're women or men or people of color. We make ourselves stronger and we make ourselves better when we have that.
Now, the NFL has taken some heat for its lack of minority coaches in the league. Nearly
What did I
60%
say?
of the NFL's players are black, but only 22% of the coaches are minorities. The league...
Let that sit with you for a second. So what did I just say? How can you be building an empire for so long? Preconceived bias, racism, less pay, less black coaches, but all the players that running on the field like any runaway slaves, allegedly. And I'm not being rude, but we just have to talk about it. And you have 20% of black coach now. Say who now? So when did you guys think that racism was over? And when did you guys think putting end racism on their field while everybody's running was going to solve some kind of problem? These are the things that I'm talking about. Some more time, yeah, we come and talk about all kind of things, but sometimes we got to talk about the right things out here, like these things, racism, like these kind of things that Donald Trump stopped. Remember, people in their jobs where you have some bosses and co-workers, if you're not careful, you don't have no job tomorrow morning the way how they're Hey, hey. So when this man take away some of these policies, who's going to feel it? Us, the minority, us, the black folks. Remember, everybody else came and climbed on our backs. Remember, we made way for everybody else. And we're still out here 400 years. Out here still wondering when we're going to be black and proud. You understand? And not only that, they're still breaking us down and we're still breaking us up each other because we have no togetherness. We have no love for each other. No empathy, no sympathy. And the list go on. So can I kiss my teeth literally and pass? Next. Let's finish this up.
Expanded its Rooney Rule, requiring teams to hire a minority offensive assistant and offering some draft pick incentives as well to be inclusive and encourage diversity hiring here. But some say it's not enough. This past offseason in the league, there were 7 head coaching jobs that have opened. 3 black coaches were fired to create some of those openings. Only one of those jobs, the New York Jets, was filled by a minority candidate.
Ryan.
Do you hear that now? So you fire the black coaches to open up the door, and then it's only 1 year rehire. Out of the 20% of coaches that you have little. See where I'm going with this? See where I'm going with this? So everybody has shouted immigration. Yeah, okay. But Obama, under Obamacare, under Obama presidency, the amount of black folks was deported, you will cry, wah, we want. Like literally. Okay? Seriously. And not only that, you have a lot of you black folks, when you get in your feelings, immigration. So are you guys really out here having conversation about immigration when you guys are doing the same thing as ICE? Let's be realistic now. So I'll just kiss my teeth and pass. Let's move on to Drake and Rosalie. Yeah? Anyways, people, we're not going to stay long, huh? We want to wrap up this live, huh? Yeah. Anyways, so now with all of the talking, with all of the shouting, justice. The Jamaican Constabulary Force jumped right out in full force. So I'm going to read, for the best of my ability, a little bit of their hogwash. And we'll get to the Drake or Jake Morrice saga and situation. As you guys know, 1 second. There was a politician came out and denounced that what's happening here? What happened to Rose, right? Hold on. So they basically saying that there's an investigation and oh no, what happened here? People, hold on 1 second. I gotta look this shit up back again because I had it in my email. I was at work and I sent it to my email and it's like, okay now girl, what? So it's not here. Okay, let me look it up. So Jamaican police came out and had some hogwash to say about the Rosalie saga. Okay? So let's get into it for a second. Yeah? All right. Member of Parliament for Western St. Andrew, Anthony Hilton, is calling for a full investigation into the incident involving police and the popular TikToker Rosalie Hamilton, in which a video of Hamilton, who was in a state of undress, appeared online. The video has since gone viral. Yes? So the police is saying that they're looking into the situation. They're investigating the situation. And they soon come back with you guys with an answer. Like it's I just sometimes I just have to just kiss my teeth and pass, really and truly, right? So they claim that they're looking through the investigation, doing an investigation, and they still need trust from the public. And you guys should hang on tight and all of that because they're looking through it. All right? That's the only way I could really sum it up, to be honest. Like I don't know. Right? That's the only way I really sum up the whole hogwash, to be honest, okay? So that's what's happening right now. And it's kind of sad to know that a lot of people still out here have all these kind of things to say regardless whether her house is dirty or not. Okay? And I'm trying to look for the statement rather, but maybe I should just kiss my teeth and pass. Okay. So so they're probing. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. All right. So the JCF says it takes the allegation of misconduct regarding claims of the unauthorized recording and distribution of a video of Hamilton in a compromising position seriously. The probe is being conducted by the Criminal Investigation Branch and the Inspectorate and the Professional Oversight Bureau, which are tasked with determining the facts surrounding the incident. The ongoing investigation will be conducted with the utmost seriousness, and any necessary corrective action will be taken based on its findings, the JCF said in the statement on Sunday. Oh no. Right here, you all. Look it for yourself. Look it. Look it. Oh, look it. So let's talk about some things. Let's get to the part with Drake. Or Jake. I don't follow these people too much, because when you guys talk about influencer, I'm thinking that somebody, if you look in the word influence, it's something that you influence somebody, and I'm thinking that when you influence somebody, you should be doing well and doing good. So other people can follow within good and within well. But nowadays days in the black community, the more drastic you are, the more ratchet you are, the more loud and boisterous you are, you're the man, you're the girl, you're the thing. The more savage you get, you're the this, you're the that. The more outrageous and clouting and cashing out on people's pain and people's sorrows, you're the queen of the mix-up. So you see where you guys' morals are gone? We're not saying we don't like mix-up, but at times we're not too big and careless. We're not figure look work. Anyways, moving on quick and fast. Either man is always the devil's playground. And it's a lot of you people, the watchers, why some of these people behave that way. Because the more ratchet they are, the more savage they are, the more... I don't even have words to describe it. I'll just kiss my teeth and pass literally like... Next. Anyways, let's get into this. I want to say this for a bit. Rosalie uttered that she doesn't know why the police team came there. So we're gonna sum up a little bit what I heard. Okay? Then I'm gonna play a little bit if I care to. So Rosalie said that basically she don't really know what the police team were there for. And they need a warrant. When you sit down and you hide and you listen and you take out all your feelings out of it and you listen, you came to a conclusion. Well, I came to a conclusion that she knew why the police were there. Because as con to Rosalie, the police them run down Drake or Jake in the house. That's what I asked yesterday. So if they were doing an operation and Seaview or the garrison then is on lockdown because of all of the guns and all of these kind of things now, therefore the police them and soldiers should be on the ground looking around, carrying on, especially that they claim say there was a Don passed away of that sort. So the street hot, everybody hot, yada da 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 da. We get to understand from the police force that there's been so much police killing, and it's rather troubling. Because it look like the police them now fed up, underpaid, tired. So instead of run down criminal, we say one in the head and go. One in your head, you know. You know how you guys dance and bounce to those kind of songs? Yeah. So, rather summing it up, quite so, quick and fast, they were on an operation. So therefore, they don't need no warrants. Let's cross that one off the list. Cross. Rung, bang, 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 off the list. So therefore, they don't need a warrant. Second of all, if the police are out there patrolling and they see you make some funny move, knowing the type of persons they claim were living at the garrison, it's not everybody in the garrison is bad, I am sure. And they kind of run, then as a police officer, they could be a threat, they could be a bad man, they could be a wanted man. So you're going to go after them, literally. Seems like the police them are very patient. Because the way I want to paint the police them out there, it seems like them a serial killer, briber man, and all of these things that you guys sum up the police in one thing. And sum them up in a pack of things and a bag of things. Crocus bag of things. Negativity. Negative-wise, then they obviously had patience. Because Jake never got gun butt. Jake never got beat up. Never got his face bloody. His mire wasn't splashing out on the tar like how you guys shout out, or on the floor, or on the pavement, or on the dirty floor that you guys are all here shouting. Rosalie said that they run him down in the house, and you would have hear say, possible if they did find a gun out there, they would have come put it in there and then possible kill him off, or maybe try to kill him off. Oh my. Yay. Whoa. So if the police them are that barbaric, and they know that they're being watched because of the bloggers them nowadays, just beat them with the Dana Lee story, beat them with all kind of story, then therefore they were very careful with this one. Because if you think that somebody is suspicious, and you're looking to talk to this man, because as gone to Jake, when we're going to play it, Jake claimed that they're asking him for someone that he associate himself with. So how we're going to shout and what we're going to shout? Show me your company and I'll tell you who you are. Yeah? Choose your friends wisely before your friends choose you, and your freedom wisely. And I'm just throwing that one in. So what would make the police them see that man come in the house and ask him for someone else? The person is famous. The person is going to run for the parliament tomorrow. Obviously, the person that Drake or Jake, who's acquaintance to him or acquaintance with him, have some kind of eye on him, have some kind of badness. Allegedly. Don't mix me. Obviously. The police and big hood could be out here just saying, hey, blah, 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 where's this person? Blah, 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 for no reason. Police just look for you because they want to say hi. Police will come and ask your friend, come in the house with gunpoint, flashlight, to ask you for someone that is not doing anything in the ghetto. You know what I hate? You know what I hate about a lot of us black women? We know what we have in our life and we pretend. We know at times what our men out here doing and we turn a blind eye. At times we know what our men out here doing and we still take the blood money and I spend it and I do all these things, and every day we're out here shouting we need justice. And every day we're out here looking for the police to help us when problems and troubles crawl on our doorstep. Sometimes when these black men sometimes when these black men are vile, a lot of us black men, we condole to it. and we condone it, right? And we also help construct that behavior. Because a lot of times we know what our men out here doing and we pretend. And I don't want to get that drastic because it's not my business. Kiss my teeth and pass. I'm not on TikTok and I would never come and give you able-body my money when you guys could go out there and go look walk. You understand? I'd rather to spend it on my dog, on my children and so on. Leave it in my bank account and so on. Because God help those who help themselves. And if you decide that you can't get up, go help yourself, then why should I? If you think your hands are too clean or you think you're too nice to go and work for someone or go work for yourself, then why should I work and come and give you my money while you're sitting on your ass doing fuck all? Sorry, my French. So this situation is distasteful and disturbing. We hear Rosalie said that they say that there's a bunch of garbage in the house and she should clean up. Tells you quite clear. Nobody's going to sit in a house with a bunch of garbage in the house. Just eat and throw the garbage all over. Just eat and dash down the things and dash down the things on the ground if they're not suffering from depression and a lot more. And when I hear people shouting this and shouting that, if Rosalie was in any first world country, those children would have been apprehended by children aides. The way she talks to those kids in the background, the way she deals with those kids, and the way you guys claim that home is dirty. So while you guys are on the live every day with Rosalie, why don't you guys encourage her to clean that place every day? Rosalie, you know, go wash some clothes. Go and go wash some clothes, man, we'll watch you. Why are you guys out here encourage every and then come and talk about it after when you guys sustain to that behavior, when you guys encourage that behavior, when you guys are the enabler to the behavior? Rosalie can do the live while washing some dishes. Rosalie can do the live by moving the mop and the broom. Rosalie can do the live while she go and cook some dinner for the children. No? So to Rosalie Downfault, not putting my mouth on the ground and talk, Jake is going to be her downfall in her life. When a man can really help you physically, mentally, more time, and financially, and every time you look, it's either disgrace, beating, or all of these things, sometimes it's best to know yourself in these times. Why should you make a man be your downfall in life? Although I have a family myself. But it's not. I'm not going to have a downfall in life because of man or because of friends. I must have that downfall because of me and my careless ways. So you see where Jake bring the police them? Right in the house when they're looking for his friend. She could be unalive because police asked Jake or Drake about his friend. Jake also said that when he walked past the police and by the time he should get at the back room, the police was right in his face with a gun. By the time he should touch his baby mother and say, hey, wake up or hi, they were right there in his face with the gun and the and the flashlight and all of that case. So I want you guys to listen to this part and I'm going to jump off of this live like hopscotch, really and truly.
You gonna vote? But my sleep, I make me know say, me the pan TikTok, naked as a day me born. Before.
So,
One
One
second.
point, I was sleeping.
so Jakes was outside.
Listen.
Yes, and then running down coming out the house.
Mighty God. So after he ran into the house, they back him in the corner.
Yes.
And with you and them. How long were they in the house with you?
They were in the house about 10 to 15 minutes searching. I don't know what they were looking for. And then they were just searching. I don't know what they looked all over in the house. I don't know what they were looking for.
So Rosalie, the power that you have as a TikToker, how you never turn on your camera and started a live?
Because at the moment, as I said, they wake me out of my sleep. And I never knew, we never know them that do this.
So you thought
I would just tell them, I said that is that police come in and probably them I look for, them I look for. And them gone. That's how I said to myself. That's somebody wake me up out of my sleep and make me know say, me the pan TikTok naked as a day me born.
what?
Yes, naked as them born on TikTok.
Side.
Yes, and then running down coming out the house.
Mighty God. So after he ran into the house, they back him in the car.
1 second.
Constable and Sergeant.
Nope. They didn't, nope.
Did you get any number?
No, I didn't get any bad number. As I said, Mr. Stevenson, they took me out of my sleep. I was sleeping. He ran in the house. Them running down coming out the house. At gunpoint, I was sleeping.
So Jakes was outside.
Yes, and then running down coming out the house.
Mighty God. So after he ran in,
Policemen.
so nobody in the community never see what was happening.
I watch them.
Listen.
So by the time reach to me, me touch my baby mother. But by the time she...
Okay, listen to this one.
You understand? When they reach him, I see my route. Yeah, I see the...
For that tonight. Jakes, what happened outside this morning when make you reach in?
I come in my house. When I come in my house, every time I reach up from my veranda, the doorway, I see the Hilux van stop on my gate. I'm saying I come out of the van, so I can't go to my house same way and reach at my room. My room is the back part of my house, you know. You understand? When I reach him, I see my room, the first thing to my mother-in-law room, the PR room at the front of the house.
Yes.
I shoot them rifle in the room with them light and everything, so I watch them. So by the time reach to me, I touch my baby mother. But by the time she jump up, I don't move. Rifle in my face, flashlight in my face. What your name? So I tell them my right name. So I ask them my name, I say GX. I see one I move past my guy around in the kitchen, guy around in the back. But when them start flooding the house now. You understand? So my baby mother come out now. And I ask her, what? But my baby mother sleep naked. And even when she come out, no man not try to see, no man not try to... The police came in my room and asked about one of my acquaintance.
What did I say?
You understand? A person I'm reason with sometime. Tell someone knows part him there, whatever. Say, come on now, I'm done with me now. The man take out him phone and go under the hall. But to me, know how police work sometime. I want me. Right, them a go down.
So you guys hear for yourself. So all of the situation stem from Jakes and his friend. Wowzers. To a lot of people that are saying that Rosalie should have bought furniture and buy this and buy that and buy this. You know that there's a lot of people in a first world country, a lot of Indian family, a lot of people don't believe in sleeping on bed, not sleeping on bed. don't have any furniture in their home, but they have this big house. You have some people in the first world country, they don't even flush their toilet because they're trying to save on water bill. Why is it when it comes to the black race, it's all about this furniture and this and that and this and that? If you guys claim in the past that Rosalie is on some kind of school program for poor and the needy, then how Rosalie is supposed to fix up her place now for those kind of news to go back to the program, and maybe she's not going to get help with the program for those children as you guys claim in the past? And if all of you guys seems that you guys are at Rosalie's throat and Rosalie is at you guys' throat, then would you stay in the garrison and fix up that place knowing that there's so much eyes and animosity surrounds you? Would you fix up that garrison? I believe you would have lived just like that and bank your money the way I see it. And a lot of black folks have all these kind of expensive furniture and have all of these good things and don't have even home insurance. And when fire and disaster strike, they have nowhere to go and they have no money to replace those things. So what are we supposed to be worrying about in 2025? Isn't it health and strength? And worry about our future, seeing like how this place is going to be taken over by machines, taken over sooner or later by all kind of things? Aren't we not supposed to be thinking about securing food and all of these things? So you guys enable Rosalie to eat herself to death as Kantuano. You enable Rosalie to behave towards those children like that because her behavior at times is unbelievable. You enable Rosalie to just sit there and eat and pile out the garbage. Therefore, Jake in the house just cooking, not cleaning up as well, knowing that he's not working or working sometime. And the grandma in the house, knowing that the kids are in there. The house look like that when all of them are in the home. So something is not right here. It's Rosalie's duty to clean up where she live and clean up surrounding her children. And the children them could help as well. So the next time you guys are on the live with Rosalie, you guys should encourage her to do a lot of things on the live. Don't enable her to kill herself and eat herself to death. Don't enable her to commit suicide because you guys are putting her up naked. Don't enable her for her to be more depressed because you guys are bringing her down every day and talking about her childhood and how her mom, man, effort and all these things. So when it comes to the black community, you're viler than vile, as they always say out here. Not all of us, some of us. Anyways, people, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys on another side. I'll catch you guys with another content. Peace and love. Thank you for the new subscribers. Welcome, welcome. And for the rest that always revisit and always come in to look and listen, thank you very much. Peace and love.